Hi friends, welcome to Techie Insights. In this video, I am going to unbox and share my initial impressions on Poco M3 Pro 5G mobile. The Poco M3 Pro 5G has been getting lot of hype since it was announced. Let's see if it is really worth the hype. If you are assuming by the name M3 Pro that it is more powerful version of Poco M3, it wouldn't be wrong, which it is a few ways more powerful. However, in order to offer these upgrades while keeping the price under control, Poco has made some compromises too, such as removal of stereo speakers and the use of lower capacity battery. The Poco M3 Pro 5G is currently company's most affordable 5G offering. It competes directly with the Realme 8 5G smartphone in India at the moment. The main appeals of the M3 Pro 5G are its design, high refresh rate display and the MediaTek Dimensity 700 SoC. Is this phone worth the money? Let's find out. Here is the quick unboxing. Base variants of both the models are at same price, but top end variant of Poco M3 Pro is less expensive than Realme 8 5G's top end variant. Those details I have given on the screen. In this video I am going to review the base variant 4x64GB model. Poco M3 Pro 5G. Actually still we are not sure about what 5G bands will be available in India, and this phone comes with 5 5G bands. Top of the box they have mentioned 5G connectivity will vary based on local operation capabilities. It comes with a processor MediaTek Dimensity 700 SoC and has 6.5-inch 90Hz Full HD Plus Smart Display. Poco claims it comes with a new feature called Dynamic Refresh Rate Switching. We'll discuss more about it in the further video. It is powered with 5000 mAh battery and has triple camera setup with 48 megapixel as primary camera. Poco has made a switch from Qualcomm chipsets to MediaTek processor with the Poco M3 Pro 5G. The new smartphone comes with Dimensity 700 processor which delivers significantly better performance than the Qualcomm Snapdragon 662 chipset used on the Poco M3. Poco M3 Pro 5G uses the MediaTek Dimensity 700 SoC which is very similar to the Dimensity 800U except for its lower clocked CPU cores and slightly slower GPU. RAM and storage used here are LPDDR4 and UFS 2.2 respectively. If you are looking for a phone that will be ready to take on 5G networks when they arrive, the base variant of Poco M3 Pro 5G is not too bad. Within the box we get some paper stuff, SIM ejector along with TPU case. Obviously the quality is good. Mobile and 22W fast charger with Type-C cable. The back of the Poco M3 Pro 5G looks refreshingly new and the Poco claims it has switchblade design. The back panel and the frame are built of plastic but they are glossy and attract fingerprints quite easily. I noticed some minor scuff marks while I used this phone, so using the bundle case would be advisable. A capacitive fingerprint sensor is integrated into recessed power button on the right side of the frame. The volume and power buttons have good tactile feedback. On top there is a headphone jack, second noise cancellation mic and also an IR blaster for controlling infrared gadgets and applications. To the bottom we have a down-firing mono speaker, Type-C port for charging and primary noise cancellation mic. On to the left we have a hybrid dual SIM slot. Doesn't feel very heavy at 190 grams and not too thick at 8.9 mm. Ergonomics are good and the overall design of Poco M3 Pro is less bulky than the Poco M3. The display has Corning Gorilla Glass 3 for protection, comes with pre-applied screen guard. It has a dual band Wi-Fi, FM radio and Bluetooth 5.1. Let me set up the mobile device. Meanwhile, if you are still watching, hope you like the video. Please hit a like and also subscribe the channel if you are not yet done. Guys, I have set up the smartphone, so let's have a closer look. This comes with MIUI 12.0.2 based on Android 11 and with Poco launcher, so no ads or anything like before. But I noticed a few boot apps. I did not install anything onto it and this is what it comes out of the box. There is Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, Me Credit, and I guess you can uninstall them if you want. Going to the settings, MIUI 12.0.2, Android 11 latest security patch. Out of the box you get 49 GB of free storage. Of course we have everything that MIUI adds to the Android 11 experience. You have other things like gesture control, navigation controls and all other extra features like floating windows and game turbo in the settings. After using for a while, I have mixed feelings about the display on this device. It must be good for gaming but not so great for video streaming and other stuff. I found the display just fine for daily use. It is sharp, smooth and does the job on most of the occasions. But outdoor viewing experience wasn't good. It's not new that bringing a 90Hz display to affordable category. But what's even better in Poco M3 Pro is the screen comes with a dynamic refresh rate. This means it can automatically switch between 90Hz, 60Hz, 50Hz and 30Hz refresh rates depending upon the content you are watching. This is in order to save the battery as well as provide more personalized user experience. The high refresh rate particularly makes difference while gaming. Gaming performance on this device was good, but for playing long time made it warm. Graphic quality was limited to medium and advanced options were disabled. With 5000 mAh battery, this mobile comes a day and a half with regular use. It supports fast charging only up to 18 watts, but you get a 22.5 watts fast charger in the box. In fact, the camera setup is very similar to that of M3. You get an 8 megapixel camera in the front and at the back you have a 48 megapixel primary camera as well as 2 megapixel cameras for macro and depth. The camera interface is same as other Poco smartphones. It has got all the usual options like photo, video, portrait, night mode, panorama and 48 megapixel mode. But the options are limited and you can record videos only up to 1080 pixel. The camera performance is just satisfactory. Here are some samples. Landscape shots in daylight look good on this phone display. Macro photos were usable but I didn't find myself using that camera much. Portrait shots look good, especially those of people or animals. Image quality takes a turn for the worse in low light. The main camera struggled to reproduce details and texture quality and there was noticeable gain too. Surprisingly, night mode wasn't of much helpful when it comes to enhancing details. Video quality was strictly average even under good light conditions. The biggest miss here is a lack of ultra wide angle lens, which I think is a must at this price range. If you want a smartphone with reliable camera performance, the Poco M3 Pro 5G isn't the most ideal choice. If you are not concerned about 5G, many other phones in the market will offer much better value with better features. Hope this review will help you make the buying decision. Thanks for watching. Meet you in my next video.